Unilary, yes, I'll mention it. This man seated here is a scholar.
A gadget.
Like scholar, normally a few way book
Soft.
himself.
Soft.
And you know, there are some people who have the knowledge and just keep it to themselves. This man is not like
Give it
that.
out.
If Unilarites can hear me, they will testify by the time I mention the
His name.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am
Yeah.
talking about no other person. I am talking about the man himself.
Okay.
Ologundudu Joseph. Adesunkanmi, the one and only Royal Prince. Royal Prince. Again, Royal Prince of the Students' Union President, University of Ilorin. The
Yes.
Students' Union President, University of Ilorin, 2023-2024. Royal Prince. That name.
You just nodding like
That name. No. Because he knows what I'm talking about. Right? And I love the fact that, one thing I appreciate about him, even while I was in school, right, was for the fact that he was ready to help. He was ready to help students,
Okay.
right? He's
Yeah.
always there to help them,
Yeah.
giving out past questions and all of those things. So him becoming the president,
wasn't
you don't
it?
pour water for ground now. It goes soft for you.
Okay.
Please welcome, sir. Welcome.
Thank you
welcome.
so much. Thank you so
Welcome.
much. I'm excited and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the introduction. I feel loved. I feel welcome. You see, when you've done so much for a set of people and people are appreciating you, there's this joy. There's this feeling that comes and makes you feel fulfilled. And I really appreciate you. Thank you for appreciating me. Thank you for celebrating me. It's such an honor to be invited for this program, Youth Arena, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
You're welcome, sir. Favor.
Yes. One more time, you are welcome. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
School itself. And please just make sure that you pay attention wherever you are listening, okay? And if you have your friend there, tell them to pay attention because it's very, very important. So our topic for today is, what if young people were in charge of running the country for just 1 year? What if young people were in charge of running the country for just 1 year? What would be the improvement? Okay, so I would like to ask our guests, Royal Prince,
Yeah.
what do you think about this topic? Just handing it over to youth now, to maybe students even in school, undergraduates, or those in the aspect of position, president, vice president, all of that. How do you think things will be? Just handing the aspect of job wise and everything. How do you think the country will be in the next 1 year if you hand it over to them?
Talking about good governance,
Okay.
and let's look at it from that angle. What if we
Okay.
hand over the country to the young ones?
Okay.
Does it mean that we are going to enjoy the economy better? Does it mean that things will get better, at least in the next 1 year? And one thing I've come to understand is that good governance does not have to do with age. Good governance has nothing to do whether with youth or with the elderly set of people.
Okay.
Good governance has to do with good system. Because if we are going to say that they are handing over the country to the youth, and the system that is needed for youth to make things better, if that system is not there, trust me, there will not be any difference. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
If the system needed for the youth to drive the country to the promised land, if that system is not there, we are not going to see any difference. So good governance, we must have a system that we promote. We must have a system that we enable good governance. So meaning that even if you hand over the country to the youth and we don't have the right political system, we don't have the right governance system to drive the country for better, regardless of whoever we hand over the country to, we are not going to see the expected result. And that is why we cannot separate good governance from good system. You see, one of the things we have to also address is that if the youth comes on board, is that we have to put a system in place that we hold the leaders accountable. Because what we need is not, in fact, the individual. Okay. What we need presently is not an individual. It is not a set of people. What we need presently is a working system. So if we are going to hand over the country to the hands of the youth, if the youth is given the platform, what we have to do first as youth is that what we need to put a working system in place, that we hold every leader across different sectors, that we hold them accountable. So it simply means that what the system is being respected. So if the youth comes on board, you know, if you don't perform, the system itself will filter you out. If you are underperforming, the system itself has been structured in such a way whereby anyone who is underperforming will be filtered out and create room for those that will perform.
Okay, but okay. Before my co-host ask you a question, I have a question.
Okay.
Why do you think youth, even down to let me take this for instance. When I was still in school, they will say, "Oh, it's time for this. This post is open. Apply for this, run for this." I really hesitated because I was scared that I might not be able to function as I should. But thankfully, I was able to, and I realized the issue I had was not that I couldn't do it, was fear. Now, why do you think youth don't want to? Some of them, because I've had conversations with them, and they say no, they don't want to. I mean, and since they don't want to give us anything to, function with them, let's just leave it for them. Why do you think youth don't want to be involved in this kind of thing? And the truth is, youth, they actually want to. When it comes to technology, they want to make things better. When it comes to innovation, they want to make things better. So why do you think youths or majority, let me put it that way, because I've heard people that actually want to go into higher places, and why do you think youths want to withdraw when it comes to these aspects?
Okay, I think there are different answers to that question.
Yes.
So I'll come from different angles.
Please do.
The first angle I'll come from is the family background.
Okay.
Some people, I grew up in a family that I grew up with my mom. I grew up in a family whereby she allows me to do anything I want to do. So far, it is right.
Okay.
She does not stop me from doing anything I want to do. If I say I want to learn something, she will give me that. She does not use foul languages. She does not discourage me from doing something. So she brought me up in an environment that I consciously know that I can do something. Those things I feel I can do, she encourages me. She hire people to train me on some certain skills. Okay. She put everything needed for me to be able to face life and know that I can do something. Whereas some people does not have this kind of support. Even when they try to make some effort, their parent tries to pull them down. Their parent tries to put fear in them. Those fear you see in those children are what has been implanted in them while they are growing up. That is why when they now get to the institution, when they are supposed to be taking some steps, they are being held back by fear because it has been planted inside of them. So that is one perspective. Some people are drawing back not because they cannot do, but because they've been built in such a way whereby they have fear for anything they want to do. Once they try to express themselves to their parents, they are always being met with this attitude of no, you're not supposed to talk, you're not supposed to do this, you're not and whether you like it or not, you're already programming the child in such a way whereby even things they can do, they withdraw. They withdraw from it. That has been one of the angle I'm coming from. Another angle is incompetence. Now, for some people, why they are not taking that step is because they don't have the experience. They have not experienced experienced, they've not played a role in that aspect before. Now, there's some things I do now because I know that, okay, before I became student union president, I've held some small positions. I started as an honorable in 200 level. 300 level, I moved to becoming the faculty librarian of over 5,000 students. Okay. Now, I moved to becoming student union general secretary of over 40,000 students. So when the time comes for me to go for president, I already know that I have track record. I've faced similar situations. So it is one of things that now gave me that courage, that boldness that, oh, I can do these things. While on campus, I founded about 5 different organizations, with each organization having its own executive. That's approximately 50 executive that we are working together. So I have found myself in an environment that is giving me the needed experience for the next stage or for the next thing I'm supposed to do. So it means that when opportunity presents itself, I was able to put myself there because I know I have the needed experience. Now, before I got the current job I'm doing now presently, I build website. I grow my own social media platform. I have worked in different positions. I have worked in different jobs that has given me the experience needed for the next role I want to apply for. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes because of lack of experience is making people to withdraw from taking that next step that are supposed to take, which is why I used to advise that start by volunteering. When you volunteer yourself for a particular role, it make you gain needed experience and you don't put yourself under pressure because you are doing volunteering role. Start something yourself.
Okay.
So that you can gain necessary and needed experience you need for the next phase of your life. So you must take that step. You must go for volunteering role. You must do everything that will make you get that will make you acquire needed experience that you need for the next phase.
Right. In a situation where all of the things that you mentioned are not the case. So the fear is not there from the parents.
Okay.
Right. And the other one that you mentioned. Now, my first question would be, you said something about system.
Yeah.
And then when you say system, in my own words, I want to put it to be structure.
Yes.
Now, we've heard people say, oh, youth should come out to come vote and all of those things, contest rather, right? Now, saying that, okay, go for this position, go for that position.
On campus.
Now, let's talk about campus. Let's also bring it outside campus.
Yeah, outside campus.
Now, we've heard people say, oh, go for this position, go for that position. Now, fear is not there. Right. Now, if you are saying that, okay, system must be in place, do not forget that they would meet something, even if these youth are coming outside to say they want to contest. Now, using system, how do we best go about this thing? Because if, for example, now, let's go back to school. I want to contest as the Students' Union president. And then people have been complaining that something is not good. Of course, in my own manifesto, I would want to tell you that, okay, I will change this thing. But it is not changed before my own emergence. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, we are talking about system, structure. So, me coming into that system, of course, I will still meet this thing there. So, how do we best go about this thing?
You see, for us to change the system, we need the power to change the system. That's number one. And number two, we need to put structures in place. Now, let's talk about Nigerian, system now. For instance, now, as a youth, you want to contest for president, and presidential form is 100 million. You see that structure in itself will not give you the privilege for you to. Where do you want to see 100 million? If I come out now, I want to go.
But what if I have the money?
Where do you want to see it? We need to investigate. If you say you have, if you come out and say,
how did you get the money?
No.
If you are below 30, is that below 30? If you are below 40 and you have 100, we have to check what exactly you are doing for you to have that capacity.
If I'm not mistaken, when they say youth, I guess the age range is between 18 to 40, 50, thereabout.
Yeah.
So as a 40-year-old person, I can have that money.
Let's just say
never
35.
say never. Or let's say 35. Are you saying that I cannot have such amount of money as a 35-year-old?
In this current system that Nigeria is operating, before you can meet a youth that has that kind of money to invest, not in an investment that is sure that you are going to win, in an investment that you know that money can go and you not even win that election. It simply means that for you to have that amount of money that you want to risk, we need to check how much you have eventually. And this is what I'm trying to say is that we need a system that will encourage as many competent people in such a way whereby that financial body alone has already put restriction. Which is one of the things we have to change. That Yamik mentioned, the structure. We need to put a structure that will give fairness to everybody. And in fact, we have so many people that are capable of leading this country, right? But the structure itself is not supporting it. And we need the people that are presently in power to put that structure in place.
And do you think this will be done? Now, this is what I'm trying to say. If I am in power, and because I know I want to go for a second term, now you are saying people in power should be the ones to correct this thing, knowing fully well that you might not have the money to collect that same form that we spoke about, and might still make it to be the same amount because I know that you do not have it, and then I know I'll be able to collect the form come next year to contest again. You get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying, and that's why the people in power needs to be sincere. I need to have the love of the people at heart.
Okay.
And you see, you cannot change a system you are not involved in. You have to be in the system to change it.
Be able to.
You can't change a structure outside that structure. It is those that are there presently that are holding the power that can change, that can rewrite history, that can rewrite the structure, that can modify the structure. And that is why the best set of people that can still change this structure are those presently in power. They are the ones, we have the people in the House of Representatives, people who are lawmakers. They are the ones that can adjust so many things that will make us get these things right. I hope you are getting me now. Yeah. So it is those presently in the structure, those in the system that can rewrite the structure in such a way whereby it will give room for others that has the capacity, for others that have the resources needed, for others that have the experience needed, but don't have the requirement to meet up with what they've set presently. So it simply means that if the youth is given the privilege to control or to have to, what's it called? If the youth are given the privilege to run the affairs of the country, it simply means that one of the things the youth have to do is to ensure that the structure is put in place to give fairness, one, and number two, the structure is put in place to hold everybody accountable. Regardless of your age, regardless of anything, the youth have to ensure that they put a system that is that will hold everybody accountable.
Okay, now before we go on a quick break here, I know that as a leader you have to prioritize. That was why you ran for the post in the first place. So take for instance, you want to run for something. What do you think you will set to first in the next 1 year?
The first thing is the structure.
So you rearrange it.
Yes, we need the structure to.
Now, are you speaking for yourself, or do you think this is what people should do?
No, I'm asking him.
For me,
okay,
that's what
you can answer it in two ways.
Yes, for me personally, that will be my priority.
So what do you think people should do too?
Anybody that is also going to come on board, number one is that let's put structures in place that we allow good governance. Number one. Number two, that we hold everybody accountable, down from the head, the president, to those local government chairmen, those in the public sector. That let's make the system itself work, not people. Because people, one thing about governance, it is continuum. People will go, people will come. But if the system is working itself, regardless of whoever is there, once you are involved in bribery, the system already knows what to do. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Yes,
so this one is not putting power to people. No, this one is giving the system itself the structure needed. So that one, okay, this person is found in this particular thing, and the system is already there. The judgment is, we already know once you do X, Y, Z, the system itself knows what to do. And that is the best way we can hold ourselves accountable. You already know that if this so many news you see, somebody is found with this X, Y, Z, and then you hear that this same person like this is already doing X, Y, meaning that the system itself is not encouraging for what? For fairness. The system is not encouraging for accountability. You know, as a governor now, even if you spend money anyhow, and at the end of the day, there's nothing that will happen to you. But if the system already is there, that once you do X, Y, Z, there are some countries that once you are caught with bribery, is death sentence. You understand? So such a system now, before you even move anyhow, you have to think twice. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. You have to think that, because you know that once you are being caught, you have to face the penalty. So it's simply that putting the structure so that after that 1 year, once we are done, the next set of people that will take over, the system will still be working. We put them in check, and they know that they have to do the right thing they ought to do.
All right. You've heard it. Put structures in place, making sure it's work out. Do not forget you can be part of this conversation, and the studio lines to call are 0704 700 3969 or 0704 700 2969. We'll go on this short break. We'll be right back.
Hey people, who gets the mic? We do. Where's the vibe?
Youth Arena, shout it out loud, let 'em hear you. Youth Arena, moving on. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 oh.
Moving on.
Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.
Okay, here we go. Moving on. Youth Arena.
Shout it out loud, let 'em hear.
Youth Arena.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Your station, your heartbeat. Oxygen FM 96.9 Ibadan.
Moving on, and yes, we are moving on Youth Arena again this afternoon. We want to say a very big thank you to our listeners. And if
Yes.
you're just joining us, yes, this is Youth Arena on Oxygen FM 96.9, the only station where we inform, inspire, and ignite you. And of course, we are not, it is not just me and Favor alone. Now, my G alone in the studio. We have a guest, Royal Prince. Thank you once again for being part of the conversation
You're
so
welcome.
far. And yes, to our listeners out there, you can also be part of this conversation. And the studio lines to call again are 0704 700 3969 or 0704 700 2969. We've been looking at this topic. If you are to be in charge for a year, what are those things that you would do? And trust me, Real Prince has been doing justice to this. And
Yeah.
I want to highlight some things which I would love us to talk about. And to start with, unemployment. Now, we've seen in manifestos where people come around to say, oh, once you vote me, oh, it's healthcare, all of these things, all of that thing. Now, they will also promise employment. Yeah. But is that the case most times? So I would love us to talk about the rate of unemployment, and then you as a person, if you get to be in charge for like a year, what do you
Making
intend to
promises
do?
and not fulfilling
And
it, you know.
you get it.
Even within school, because there's a lot.
even within school.
Yes.
I think the first thing I've come to understand, you see, the way I see employment and unemployment while on campus is not different now that I'm a graduate.
Okay.
Trying to apply for a job too and
Yeah.
all. So it's different. And I wish there are some things that I'm being told even before graduating, that might have helped. But you know, there's this aspect of our life that unless you are there and you experience some things, no matter how they explain it to you, you
cannot be like-
you cannot comprehend it. It is now that we understand our uncles and those people, now that we are in their shoes and all. So firstly, before I go to the part of that the leadership aspect of the employment and unemployment, I would like to go to the individual aspect of employment and unemployment.
Okay.
Now, the best way to let me start like this. I've discovered that companies are much more willing to hire. But the problem I have seen personally, this one is not maybe they are telling me, what I have seen is that there are no much more competent people that the company are looking for that will play a specific role.
Okay.
Now, for instance, in some companies, or let me say there are people, but those people are not much compared to other unemployed people. Now, this is what I've observed. A company wants to hire people to drive growth,
Okay.
to make more profit. But to find someone that can achieve that particular aim the company is looking for is where the problem lies. And you see, what I've discovered is that the amount of people presently in a company sometimes gives the company some headaches. In the aspect of, we have this number of people, but the result we are getting is not really matching up with that number of people that they have.
Okay.
And this has made them to reduce the amount of people they want to employ. Because at some point, they just feel like, even if we employ, we are not going to see the result. We are just going to still be the same way we are. And company are looking for people they will employ, and then they will see the result. I'm just trying to pick it from different angles. And this is where I'm going. Is because people after they graduate from school, they don't have the needed skills that they don't have the needed value that they can add to a company. They have the certificate, but companies and people, parastatal that want to employ you, they look beyond that certificate you have. They look at the value you want to add. That is why during the interview, they are not really concerned about whatsoever you have studied. They are concerned about the things you have done.
The value you can
They are concerned about your track record. They are concerned about the value you are going to be adding to the company, not your BSc in something. And that's why you see that sometimes what people study does not correlate with what they are doing in a company. Because that company is interested in you joining them, adding value to them, and you adding value simply means that they are going to see significant increase. They are going to see significant difference from where they are and where you are going to take them. They can say that, okay, we hired this person this time around. Between 5 years, 2 years, a year, they can see your contribution, which is what will drive the growth the company is looking for. So it simply means that before you graduate, start adding value to yourself on campus. The value you have to add to yourself must be significant. You must be able to tell me what you have done, and I'm impressed, and I'm looking forward to hiring you to add that same value.
And to make things better.
While I was on campus, I was able to drive growth personally for my own personal brand. Presently, I have over 15,000 WhatsApp contacts. I have over 1,000 status views anytime I post. I have a photography studio while on campus. I am a website developer. I build websites. It took me about a year before I graduated. Immediately I became president, I started learning website development because I told myself that after I'm done with school, what do I want to do?
What next?
I still have my photography business. I have a studio running properly, and I'm telling myself that is not enough. So I was looking at which skill do I need to add to myself. Number one, that will make me relevant. This year, at least next 5 years, which skill is relevant? And I looked, and I said that, okay, learning website development is still a skill that will be relevant. I started learning it. I started adding that as a value. After learning it, I didn't stop at learning. I built a website for Unilorite. And presently, I have over 3,000 users on that platform. Now, any company that wants to hire me, one of the first thing I put to them is that I'm not just coming on board as a novice. No, I have a track record. These are the things I have done. I work with a fintech company. I try to position myself to gain experience, number one, and I build myself personally. I don't just rely on what I want to go and learn in a company. No, I try as much as possible to add value to myself. I do it myself. What I want to come and offer to you, I ensure that it is working. And how I know it is working is that what I practice it myself. So it simply means that what when we talk about you getting, I have people presently, we are graduated together. They need job. The problem I have is not recommending them. The problem I have is that do they have a value they can offer to the company? Digital skills they don't have, physical skills they don't have, communication skills they don't have. Can you convince somebody to use a product? You see, there are so many values you need to add to yourself, so that when we want to recommend you, we can say that okay, if we bring this person on board, the person will achieve XYZ at least in about a year. It is your track record. It is the value you want to add that will get you employed. So it simply means that what one of the things you can do for yourself as a student presently on campus is that what add as many value to yourself. Do things that will add value to you. Create systems for yourself. There are so many things you can build. Work on projects, work on products, promote a product, do so many things, but ensure you are adding value to yourself in order for you to be relevant and for you to be employable. That is the angle I'm coming from. But I want to ask a question. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I would love to buttress what you said, because we're in this society now, and I feel like we need to hammer more, say this more. That people need to get skilled. And the reason why it is like that is for the fact that we're in a society where you tell your supposed to be employer, interviewer, that you graduated 2023, and yet they are asking you for 5 years experience. So it's safe to say getting it even while on campus is safe.
Yes. You're already adding that experience to yourself.
The accumulation of those
You
years
see,
put
let me tell
together.
you why
would
they
also-
need you to have 5 years experience. Is because of they know that okay, someone that has worked in a particular field for 5 years, at least the person should have achieved XYZ. The person should have met some KPIs. Okay, I worked in an industry for 5 years. What have you been able to achieve? That's why, because they know that if you're in a place for 5 years, at least you must
Be able
have
to,
something.
yes.
And the work security too,
If
I guess.
I've worked for a year and you've worked for 5 years and I've achieved more than you that you've worked for 5 years, I'm likely going to get employed before you.
True.
Do you understand?
Very
So
true.
sometimes the emphasis is not on how many years you've spent.
It's
the
on what you've gathered within
is
that
what
period.
you have done. What is
Yeah.
the result? You joined a company for a year. What are the things you've added to that company?
The reason why they say you can be busy and not productive.
Yes, you can be busy and not, you can be in a place for 10 years.
Yeah.
You are showing up at work 8, you are closing 5. You are busy. You are going every day. And at the end of the day, we might not really see something tangible you've done.
Now, can we say on the other hand that this can be added to the curriculum?
The addition of skills.
Yes.
I think presently,
Yeah.
some
Because
schools
I've
are
heard-
adding to
so-
it.
Yeah. I've
For
actually
instance,
heard
engineering,
some
we
schools
have
are adding to
GSE,
it.
we have practical, we have all of those things. Even though it is added, there's still the part you have to play.
They do. Some schools do the theory alone. Some do the theory and practical aspects.
Favor, should I tell you the main problem?
Yeah.
The main problem is that students don't understand life after school. So even
That's a
if
whole-
the school,
that's a whole game on
even
its
if
own.
the school have given you the platform to gain this practical knowledge, they will not take it serious. Because they just feel like once you have the certificate
Yeah.
and you become a graduate, then
Yeah.
you get a job. Not realizing that you have to start doing something with that which you are learning in school. We have some students that they started learning these skills on campus that the school has given them, and they start doing it themselves after the course has ended.
Royal Prince, I would also love you to also know that some people know about life after school,
Yeah.
but I'll give two reasons
Examples.
why,
Okay.
or two factors that could also be one of the reasons, or some of the reasons why they do not take these things seriously. One is laziness, and I'll clarify this laziness because now we mentioned something about GSC. part of the courses in school where okay they teach you about practicals. I know of people who say, oh, they just want to go for this particular course because it will not demand too much from them. Seat time and their money wise. So there's this laziness part of it. Why people why we might think, okay, they do not know too much about after school. Of course they know, but they are just lazy. And secondly, Royal Prince. Secondly, I feel like now we are in this society. I'm sorry I'm using this society, but yes, it is what it is. We're in this society where people tend to like spiritualize everything. And this is what I'm trying to say. You hear people say, oh, that is not my portion. I will not suffer for a job once I'm outside, once I get outside school and all of those things. We understand the fact that, okay, we should be spiritual. Of course, yeah, God's children, God will provide everything for you. But at the same time, you must face reality of saying, okay, get skills. Not even one, skills. Right? But there was over spirituality to some people of saying, okay, my God will provide all my needs according to his riches in glory. Yes, in Christ Jesus. Yeah, we know. But let's be realistic.
So the first one you made mention of is laziness, which I will agree. If you are lazy, there's little to what you can do.
You can't.
Laziness, like that part. But whoever that wants to go for the easy option, to those that are listening, must be that you have something else you are investing your time to that will make you more productive. Now, I went for agriculture because I knew when I get on campus, I'll be involved in so many extracurricular activity. So I intentionally choose to go for agriculture because I know it is one course I can do that I can combine my personal business. I can combine school politics. So I already figured
it can make it flexible for
yes.
you.
So I already planned it before gaining admission that I will go into student politics. I will go
Your
into
life planned
business.
out.
Yes, because I stayed with my sister in Funab,
Okay.
my secondary school days. So I had a system. I had an idea about how graduate life, undergraduate life looks like. So before I gain admission, I already have it in mind that I need to go for a course that will make me to be able to combine business with student politics. So I went for the easier course, and that's what I'm saying, that I went for easier course because of I knew I was going to be investing my time into something else that will make me much more productive. Not that you as a person, you are choosing the easier part so that you can just have enough time to sleep, to check social media. You are entirely
Absolutely.
wrong. You are wrong. You will meet it at the front, whether you like it or not. So what I'm trying to say now is that if you are going to go for the easiest part, make sure you have something else you are going to be
That will
investing
stretch you.
your remaining time into something really productive. It can be your own personal business, it can be a skill you want to learn, it can be anything. Just make sure you have something you are going to be investing your leftover time. And regarding the spirituality, you see, if truly you are spiritual, you're supposed to be productive. If truly you say you are a Christian, for instance, and because I'm a Christian,
Yes,
and you
God
want
is
to-
not poor.
and you want to follow the scripture itself,
Say
it's
it for
simply
me.
He's not poor. God
There-
is not poor.
there is a part of the scripture that says that those that are diligent with their work, they will not stand. It simply means that if even Bible says that those that did not work should not eat. It simply means that the part of the spirituality, if truly you are not deceiving yourself or you are just hiding under the umbrella, the same scripture that says that you shall not lack. It's still the same scripture that still say that what you have to work at. Those that did not work should not eat. That's what Paul
Faith and
told us.
work, the Bible says.
Exactly. If you have faith and you do not work, it is dead. So it simply means that even if you want to hide under the umbrella of spirituality itself is encouraging you to work.
Is it safe to say that when the Bible say faith without work is dead, it might not be dead in the literal sense, but suffer.
Definitely, you did not work, you did not eat. That's it. Even Jesus told us that what who want to go to war. If you read, sorry, I'm a Christian. If you want to go to war, you will have to plan.
True.
Do you have enough resources to go? So one thing is that scripture also puts emphasis on planning. You have to work. When you read scriptures, stories of people in the scripture, you see people that really worked hard. People that really worked hard in the scripture, and then they also they made it. So it simply means that even if you want to hide under the umbrella of spirituality, it will still encourage you to do hard work.
So in summary, for every action, there's a consequence.
Definitely. If you are lazy, you will not have what you're supposed to have. And if you are hardworking, you will see result.
Now,
You will definitely see result.
this is what will take me, because very soon we will have a few minutes left, but this is what will take me to this aspect. You know that we say that leadership doesn't just begin in government. We already started with that, and I'm going somewhere with
Definitely.
it. And just where you are, you can be a leader, and just with the little things you start with, you don't
True.
even know, but you're already a leader. there.
Yeah.
Now it begins in
Even
your
from your family.
everyday. Yeah, it begins your everyday life. Now I'd like to ask you, Royal Prince, how can young people lead without holding political office?
Thank you very much. I wrote a book this year,
Okay.
and the book title is Leadership from Within. You can call it Leading from Within.
Okay.
And the emphasis of that book is about self-leadership. You see, you cannot lead thousands of people if you can't lead yourself.
Cannot change things within a year.
Never.
Okay.
I say it anywhere. See a good leader and you see someone who can lead himself. And that is simply because everything you want to do has to do with yourself. Time management, as a leader, you have to manage your time. And if personally you cannot manage your own time, there is no way you can be successful with anything you want to do. So leadership itself is about leading yourself. I used to tell people, forget about you want to hold a position, you want to do this. If you cannot lead yourself, and in leading yourself, it means that you can manage your time. You can set goals for yourself and you stick to it. You can tell yourself that I want to do X, Y, Z, and you can do it. That is leadership. So leadership is starting from yourself. You must know that, okay, I want to wake up by 7 o'clock. And you have to stick to that 7 o'clock without anybody begging you, without anybody telling you that, oh, do this, do this. When I was on campus, I was learning website development. Nobody was teaching me. I was using resources from YouTube. And I have to learn how to code for nothing less than 7 to 8 hours. Without anybody motivating me, I have to motivate myself.
Be your motivation.
I have to stand up
Yeah.
for myself. I have to speak for myself. For instance, now I have several things I am doing. I must be able to manage my own time. The best way I can manage other people's time is if I can manage my own time. If I don't value my time, there's no way I can value someone else's time. That's why I just see people, you just wake up in the morning, you go to social media, in the afternoon, you're on social media. You don't value your own time. So someone that you don't value your own time, how do you expect that person to value other people's time? So leadership starts from you, and if leadership is going to start from you, it simply means that what you must know what you want to do. You must know. I told you that before I entered university, I already set it right. I want to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Leadership starts from you knowing what you want to do. What do you want to become? You might not specifically know it, but at least you have an overview. I want to be successful in which field? Now, the definition of success can be different from one person to the other. However, you must be able to know that what you have something you are working towards. And what you are working towards is that what you want to become successful. That's your first goal. And then the next thing is that you have to do everything in your power to achieve that. Are you with me?
Very well.
You have to do everything in your power to do it. Nothing will be given to you on a platter of gold. That's one thing you have to understand. You have to fight for it. So it means that what for you to lead, you have to what?
Okay, now, so basically, another thing I would like to add based on what you said is the fact that even students about to enter school, students are about to enter school, you are basically advising them, you can plan out your life in the next 5 years.
Definitely. Yes, you have to do
Because
it.
you mentioned it.
Like I said,
That's what's still helping
one
you
of the
now.
things
It
that
doesn't have
helps
to
me-
be in the next 20, you can break it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Break in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Do you understand? Because it's from there you start to know yourself better and learn what you're meant to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because it's very important. When you mentioned it, actually,
Yeah.
to be very honest, I had this conversation with somebody else a few weeks back. Said, when she doesn't enter school, she doesn't really know what she wants. She doesn't enter school
She just wants to
because they
follow
gave
the
her
crowd.
they gave her a course, not that she wanted the course. Do you understand? They gave her. I said, she's still looking for a job, but it's like she wants to start doing something. I said, are you actually being serious with it right now? She said, no, that she's not even ready for life.
See, I
my
was,
sister.
I was listening to Royal Prince speak,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I could tell that we were intentional listening to him because now I wanted to get the point. You said something about leadership would start with you.
Yes.
Now
Definitely.
you mentioned some points, And yes, I will go in agreement with you. And the reason is this, because you must be able to control yourself. It starts with self-control, self-discipline. Now, maybe not all leaders have title.
Definitely.
Now, because at some point or the other, you are leading.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to start for a family, you have the father. You as a child, you might be the eldest in the family. You are also leading.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the father, you have people who are looking up to you that want to be like you. You are leading. You might not just have that title. Right. Now, it is not all leaders that would have that title.
Definitely.
True. Do you agree with me?
Before you have title, you must have the capacity to lead yourself. And discipline is one of the things you cannot remove from self-leadership. Discipline. You have to be disciplined.
That
And my
is what
definition
we are
of
talking
discipline
about.
is
Yeah.
doing the right thing
At the right time.
at the right time.
What
At
you said
the
to
right
achieve.
place.
Yeah.
You see, as
okay.
simple as that word is,
Yeah.
you see, it's simple. Doing the right thing at the right time is very simple. You see, it is easy in theory, but you see, practicalizing it is where the problem is.
That's why I mentioned it before, that most time, even schools now, most time they do the theory, they don't do the practical aspect. It's just starting to start. I mean, just starting to come up. Within school.
Favor.
Wait, oh.
A little bit of digression. You know, we also have a leader in the house, in the
We're
studio.
true.
HOP. Putting us through.
Oh, but now I would like to ask him a question, because I know where our time is going. But
Yeah.
now, to be very honest, I want you to say it, because the youths are coming up. They are trying to know what it's like. Can you tell us the challenges you had? Because I know definitely everything wasn't perfect. From when you were the president, from when you were doing all this website development, all of that, down to anything politics.
In few words,
In like a minute.
Okay, I would say one of the challenges I had was that I had a lot to do. You see, I'm not this type of person that I just choose one thing to do. No, I have a lot on my table. That's one of the challenges that is unique to me, because I have a photography business. I'm learning website development. I'm the student union president, and as president, there's so many
Somebody
things.
say, "Okpo."
There's so many things that are going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So the first challenge is time management. And that is important for whoever wants to do anything meaningful. You have to learn time management. You have to stick to what you have to do. That's why it is doing the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
Now, I have so many right things to do at the right time. So it simply means that one of the challenges is that I have to just be doing everything without taking enough rest. Taking enough rest.
Thank you so much. I understand the fact that you are a busy man. I understand that you have a lot on your table. But is it safe to ask that we would love to steal your time again next week
No problem.
on the show?
Thank
you
you.
so much.
So
All right,
please, if you are listening to us, just know that we're going to have another round.
because we
next
have a
week.
lot to say on this
Yes.
particular topic, and
Yes.
we'll also love you to finish it with us.
No problem.
So yes, we should be expecting
Yes.
you next week.
Yes.
Wow, makes sense. Favor.
Yes. So I just want to ask you this question.
All right.
Yeah. But before I ask you, please, if you would like to call us and contribute to everything we've been talking about, reach out to us on our studio lines 070-4700-3969 or 070-4700-2969. We'll be expecting your call. So over to you, my guest.
All right.
What advice would you give to those about to enter school and those about to be done, and even those that are done?
Okay, for those that want
And those
to
are in school.
And as I said, now,
Those
3
that want
years,
to
those
enter,
about to
those that are
enter,
in
those in school and those that have left.
You see, the first thing is you have to plan. You see, that's one thing that helped me presently, and I made mention of it earlier, is that you have to plan before entering school.
Okay.
And that has to do with the course you want to study, the position you might have, the interest. You see, one of the advantage I enjoyed now presently was because I was the student union president.
Okay.
There are some places there are some people I can call now easily. There are some people I have access to because I was the student union president. So it seems that there are some positions you will hold while on campus that will give you advantage over other people after graduating. So it's simply that before you enter the university, you have to plan. And the plan has to do with choose the course. Which course do you want to go for? Sometimes you have to be specific. Don't just go for anything that they give you. If you want to go for the medical line, go for it. And you know that when you're going for the medical line, you are sacrificing the extracurricular activities. And that is why going for some courses gives you advantage when you become a graduate.
Yeah.
There are some courses that when you go for it, after graduating, you have the market already. There's not people like us that we know the course we study. We can study anywhere. We can work anywhere. There are some courses like that. Anywhere you can work. There are some courses that you cannot work anywhere. So be specific. If you want to go for engineering, go for it. But if you are going for a course that you know that you have to start looking for work. For instance, maybe plant biology. You know, there are some courses that are funny. So if you are going for that kind of course, they've given you and you've accepted. It simply means that what you have the next 4 years or 5 years to prepare for the market ahead of you. And I used to tell people that as you are going to the university is the leverage or the platform that you have, that you have thousands of students that are not that does not really have anything to do. They're just walking around. So that's how I saw the university.
Wow.
We have 30,000 students.
Thank you
So-
so.
We'll come back next week.
Royal Prince. Yes, of course we'll be
The
here next
university is
week.
a cheat.
I have just one question,
Yes.
and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Just one question.
Just one.
You said your position in school actually paved the way for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a slang that people will say, and permits me to use it. They'll say "sakamaje." So, when people tell us that go for positions that it will actually pave way for you, it is not sakamaje, right?
It is not.
Thank you so much. You've heard it.
It is not.
If you have the opportunity to own a position in school that you are still in
It
school,
is not.
please own it. Till next week, that we'll have our own Royal Prince. Yes, our own Royal Prince in the studio. My name is Sheifumi Akinsonya.
And of course, I remain Favor Akinriola. Please, next week Monday, same time, same place.
Same station, Oxygen
Yes.
FM 96.9.
96.9.
Hey people, who gets the mic? We do. Where's the vibe?
Youth Arena, shout it out loud. Let 'em hear you. Youth Arena, moving on. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ah.
Moving on. Yeah.
Moving on. Youth Arena.
Shout it out loud, let 'em hear.
Youth Arena.
Moving on.
Moving on. Moving on.
When the day goes down, the stress fades. We turn the sound up, the music takes over. Hot gist that has the internet buzzing. Laughs that melt the day away.
This is the Drive Time Show. Music? Check. Entertainment news? Check. Gist? Double check.
on Oxygen FM 96.9.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there. The Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, SMB Southwest Zone, is inviting all broadcasters, broadcast professionals, and allied professionals to its Southwest Summit 2026, a strategic event slated to strengthen media and government synergy for national security. Coming up on Thursday, 16th July 2026, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Venue, Oyo State Local Government Training Center, State Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. Time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with the theme Public Policy, Mass Media and Conflict-Sensitive Broadcasting, Strengthening Media and Government Synergy for National Security, with the keynote presentation to be delivered by Chief BC Adeshola, MNI, a veteran broadcaster and former secretary to the Oyo State Government, as well as Mr. Charles Ebuobu, the Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC. The special guest of honor is His Excellency Engineer Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde, the Executive Governor of Oyo State. Chief host, Ambassador Dr. Yemi Farumbi, OON, National Patron and Founding Father, Society of Nigerian Broadcasters, SMB. The summit will also feature the induction of new members from the Southwest Zone and the presentation of awards of recognition of distinguished personalities. Announcer, SMB Southwest Committee.
Gist pẹ̀lú Oxygen FM 96.9. Ètò tí ó máa wáyé ní gbogbo ọjọ́ ajé Monday ní dédé agogo 8 sí agogo 9 àṣálẹ́, níbi tí a ti máa gbọ́ àwọn ẹ̀fẹ̀ tí ń dẹ́rìn pòṣónú àti àwọn àṣà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan pẹ̀lú àwọn èdè tí ó máa alẹ̀ balẹ̀ mílẹ̀ títí. Gist pẹ̀lú Oxygen FM 96.9.
Good afternoon. Here is the 4 p.m. news on Oxygen FM 96.9. The Chief Judge of Nigeria, CJN, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, has stressed the input of legal practitioners